Okay, as much as I can do. Gushi Kami Joshi. Gushi Kami Castle ruins, and it's situated 70 meters above the sea level, and it was built and it existed between the 12th and the 15th century. 12th and 15th century, my god. So it's older than me. The rest I can't read. There you go. 12th century. What's that? 800? 900? 900 years. The castle, there was almost nothing.
So that's the castle right up ahead?
Yep, it was just all covered in grass. And then they began a restoration project. And this is what they got. Years old. And this had two purposes. One was for getting water, and the second was, it's called a sally port. So when the castle was getting attacked, you took a rope and you climbed down there and you escaped onto the beach. I don't know if it was ever used, but yeah, it's called a sally port. Basically, escape route.
It's like a secret tunnel?
Yeah. Takes you out onto the beach. I don't know if it's possible. And the main residence, I think, was here. And the main hall where the daimyo or the lord lived was here. I think in Okinawa they were called adjunt. And they have the very interesting cliff formations that you can see over here. And these waters are very, very, very dangerous. Don't enter unless you're a big swimmer.
Because of the sea current?
Because of the sea current, yeah.
Even then, I don't think the most capable man would still.
People go surfing here, but people die here as well. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, very beautiful. Well, I mean, the wave doesn't look bad right now. Maybe it doesn't look as bad, but when you're in, it's probably a different story.
I think I'm not sure. I think when the tide's coming in, it's okay. I think when the tide's going out, it's more dangerous. And that's a very, very low tide at the moment. Because usually the tide hits the cliffs over there. So that's very low. And I think that's when it gets dangerous, when the tide starts moving back in. There are probably some people surfing. This is something to do with the, okay, it says Gushikawa, the name of the castle, and then something to do with the family, but I don't know what it means. This means central gate. So the Gushikawa Castle Central Gate. But the other part I'm not sure about. Japanese is difficult.
Manzamo. That's what it was.
Man means 10,000. And Manzama means 10,000 people can be there.
I just think it's ridiculous. You have to pay just to look at it.
Really?
You have to pay to go see it.
Never used to be. Used to be free.
I guess I gotta make money somehow. Do you know anything about this grave? Looks like.
No.
Oh, they leave coins here.
Ku something. Chimu something. Chimu ku. I don't know.
Should we leave a coin?
No, if you want.
I think I left mine behind.
Take a one. Don't take 100. This might mean 1,000 something. I'm not sure. It's kind of unclear. No, over there.
Okay.
That's Tokashikijima. Have you been to Tokashikijima?
I don't think I have, no.
We should go, but it's very right. 2 days. It's really interesting. It's a little difficult to see, but the cliff away in the distance. Yeah. A little to the left. Can you see it?
A little bit.
Okinawan people jumped off there in 94.
Suicide?
Yeah. It's cheap.
Cheaper than you thought? Wow. And you recommend these?
So I got you this one, chicken cream,
Chicken cream?
and I take spicy curry.
Spicy curry. And they're good?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
800円です。はい、1000円。
美味しいですか？
美味しいです。はい、200円のお返しです。はい、ありがとうございます。
どっちがスパイシー？
カリ。
OK。
はい。
わかりました。Thank you. More southern part.
And what's this? This sculpture or design? I was like, are we allowed?
You get some beautiful views.
Like, I'll admit it looks cool.
I think that's his Heiwan Lost. Let me ask. What if you want to take Heiwan? That means peace. Something. Peace monument. Arigato gozaimasu. I've never been here before, so I know nothing about it. Army hospital. It's not World War II, it's 1964.
Well, after World War II.
Quite a bit after. I was out of wait. Established 1900, 1928 March. And on 23rd of March 1945, something happened. I wish I could read more Japanese. Yeah, so it's World War II. Ah, okay, there you go.
That's as much as my camera can see now.
Oh hell, this is creepy.
Nope.
You can't, the cave doesn't go so deep, right?
No.
No. It's not like the one in Yapuchiji, which just goes on for fucking ever.
No, you just have to duck on your way over there, but it's just pretty much anything you would ever see in a cave. I'd say it's really humid in that cave.
That was a hospital. A hospital. Holy shit.
In the cave?
Yeah.
Oh.
A field hospital. Manned by that's a bad choice.
I didn't see all the machines or the beds. Maybe because they're sealed off.
Of course, this is a monument to human life. I know nothing about this place. Nothing.
Well, they leave flowers. Yeah, what is this?
They're cranes. They're birds. This is a bird. But they're intertwined, so they don't look like birds. But this is a bird.
Looks more like a dragon.
Yeah, it's a crane. It's a Japanese crane.
And then can you read any of that?
Probably not. Kono Basho no, way too difficult. It's got the year. She grabs with that. Hey. Oh, now he's a little bit scared. So grab some grass.
Doesn't want any.
Oh, you're all, look at your wagging your tail.
It doesn't want any.
Okay, I'm going to check on the park. You were all excited to look at that. You're all excited to see us.
Oh.
You want this? It's tasty. I think you do. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it, buddy.
Yeah, it doesn't want to be fed. There we go.
How did you get here? This way. I think. Okay, you got to go through. You got to start from story one. Manjiro was shipwrecked by a storm off the shore of Cape Ashizuri, which is in near Tokyo, I think. Kochi, which is 800 miles from here. He was a boy. He was 14 years old, and ship was wrecked, and he was rescued by an American ship. Eventually. After the shipwreck, they landed on a small island, and they lived with very little water, almost no food, and finally American ship came along and they got rescued. John Manjiro, I think, was the maybe only survivor. 143 days on an uninhabited, no food, no water island. Finally they were rescued by the American ship, and Manjiro, again 14 years old, was taken to Washington. So it happened in 1843. Manjiro was rescued. Sorry, not Washington, Massachusetts. Manjiro became the first Japanese national to land on the US mainland. The first Japanese person in America. And they decided to give him an education in English, mathematics, land survey, marine navigation, and yeah. This is where it's really interesting. 1850, he went to Sacramento to the gold mine, and he found enough gold. He got $600 US, so he went to Hawaii, where the other shipwrecked friends were now living in Hawaii. So he was shipwrecked, lived for 143 days on an island, and then he went to Massachusetts. He got his education. He went to Sacramento. He joined the gold rush, and he earned $600. Then, and it's a little difficult to explain. This is the boat, and this is the landing craft. December 17, 1850. Manjiro's boat came in here into this bay, and they lowered the small boat, And Manjiro came across and landed where we're going next. Along with the friends that he picked up in Hawaii, his 2 other shipwreck mates. Then it gets even more interesting. So he comes into Okinawa. He spent his life with an education in Massachusetts. So he arrived, and the villagers were like, "Wow, who the heck is this?" But they welcomed him in. They gave them food and hospitality, and the belongings of Manjiro were taken by the authorities. I think it was a pistol, navigation manual, mathematical books, biography of George Washington, maps, compasses, yeah, the pistol, etc. All those things were taken because the Ryukyuan people had never seen those kind of things. They'd never seen a pistol before. They'd never seen a compass. They'd never seen them. Then they were given rice, chopsticks, and yada yada yada. What's going on here? And he explained his story that his ship was wrecked and they lived on an island for 143 days. And then it gets more crazy. This is a little bit complicated. John Manjiro spent 6 months in prison because he was an outsider. But once they were released, they went on to explain to the leaders of Japan about George Washington, about maps, about compasses, and about many things. And he became very well known, very well respected. It's the story of John Manjiro. And the last part. So they were under house arrest for 6 months, and John Manjiro explained to the leaders of Japan the philosophy of democracy, which the US didn't know. And then I told you about Commodore Perry. Commodore Perry arrived with his 4 flagships, and the leader of Japan, the shogun, needed an interpreter, and the only person that was fluent in English and Japanese was the little kid, 14 years old, who was shipwrecked for 143 days, John Manjiro. So he was taken to Tokyo to become the interpreter. Now he's 17, 18, 19 years old, to become the interpreter between Commodore Perry and the Japanese shogun. So after that he worked as a translator, surveyor, and so on. Became an English teacher at Kaisai School, which now is known as Tokyo University. One of the most influential people in Japanese history. This is Perry. This is John Manjiro, shogun, and Washington.
George Washington.
And the place where where his landing craft is down here. Warship before, one appears on the horizon, and then a small boat comes ashore here with 3 Japanese people who disappeared 3 years before? 143 days on the island and 3 years in captivity. Oh, educated. And the same ashore here.
Now you have to go over the water to get there.
You can.
What's this?
Kids, I reckon. Maybe this is where the boat came up. And then from this ridge to this ridge, this valley was a killing ground. I suppose that a word. And you can see the bullet holes very clear.
Oh, on the Shisa?
See the
Yeah.
so they had to take that hill, take this hill, and then move south, and then it was all over. The more obvious would be 50 mil, 35, 35. Small gunfire, 22. Almost my birthday. It's marine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.